All right, peoples, welcome into episode 12. This episode tonight is going to be about hip hop fashion. One of the biggest things of the culture is fashion, you know, from wearing Jordans to wearing big dookie chains to the diamonds to just getting fresh to go out at night. So the hip hop fashion is something that we want to talk about and dissect here this evening. While I'm breaking it down, I've got, of course, my man Panero on the mic with me.
Peace, peace.
And then on down below, we got my man
Josie the Kid here. What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all?
This is episode 12 that we're going to get into with the hip hop fashion. And with the hip hop fashion, we go back all the way back to the beginning of it. And some of the first people that we remember coming through and having their own kind of fashion and their own type of flair is Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. First and foremost, we want to give a shout out to Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five for coming through with the movement on the hip hop side. And then we also want to talk a little bit about some of the fashion that they introduced to the world when they first came in. So the first picture we're going to look at here today, fellas, is a picture of Grandmaster Flash himself. Now, P, this is early 80s. I want to say 81, 82, like that time period here. You look at that, you look at the photo here, Grandmaster, he got the designer jeans on, you know, he's got the Reeboks. Fellas, it looks, if you look closely at this photo, Grandmaster Flash got 5411s on, y'all.
Before they got popular.
That is for sure. He's the first. He would be one of the first to probably turn the corner with the 5411s, but he has the red
5411s on nonetheless.
Right, he's got the red 5411s on right now with the leather jacket. P,
and the Sergio.
Tell me what you see here, P.
I'm not sure. Excuse me. I don't understand the 5411s, but again, I like the way he rocking the t-shirt underneath his jacket to match the shoes, the Reeboks that to me look like women's shoes. I mean, I know it's 1981, and the I don't know if those are Sergio Valente jeans or if they're Jordache, or they can't be Sassoons.
I was just about to say they ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
That's a woman's jean.
00000 old up.
I'm not, you know what I mean? But again, at that particular time, you know, we grew up in hip hop. I don't think there was ever a time that there was no hip hop. So we were in grade school at that time. Right. We wasn't
getting fresh.
No.
We didn't have control on what we was wearing.
What we was wearing, right.
But the desire. I don't think we had the desire to wear
any of that.
So full disclosure here, fellas. Full disclosure. All right. I believe it was 83 or 84.
You had the Thriller jacket.
The Jackson, you close. The Jackson's Victory Tour. They came to Rich Stadium, and I guess that was when Mike. Remember when Mike here got caught on fire? When
right.
On tour, it was that tour, like that big Pepsi tour. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Alfonso Ribeiro was doing the moonwalking.
I put a Pepsi in the motion with that short stuff to you.
It was during that time. You know what I'm saying? With the
right. When he made the entrance to the stage.
Right. Don Carlton.
So as I'm saying, full disclosure, I went to that concert. I had a pair of tight ass Jordache on, man. I had some Jordache on, man, thinking I was that dude with a
that boy.
Jordache and a members only, y'all.
I mean, that was Silver Spoon. I mean, that was, you know,
I was about to say the Jordache ain't so bad
not
as
bad.
the Sergios in the joint that's really got the not just the tighter cut, but they rounding them curves and that shit fit funny. Them Jordache, you still could get away with your straight leg and your kicks, and that should have looked b-boy. So yeah, with a members only jacket and a cut, you was
Right.
that young Carlton
Yeah.
at the concert where Carlton was birthed.
Fam, I hate to say it. And I had some tie-up hard bottoms on, y'all.
The tie-ups, bro?
Ooh, so it wasn't no kicks.
What? No, it wasn't no kicks, B.
Oh,
It
you
was
supposed
like,
to have the penny
Ooh.
loafers
Michael,
with the diamonds in them,
exactly. I
man.
didn't have the loafers just yet.
Ah.
I had
No wonder you can't stand not being fresh now. You've been traumatized as a child.
listen, man. As they say, you go to therapy to get it out.
Yeah.
Confessing to y'all
This your therapy, retail therapy?
about some of my, traumatized days as a youth, man. I had to.
Yes, sir.
I could remember the outfit, man. The bullshit members only, the bullshit Jordache, and some hard bottom tie-ups on, man. I'm glad there ain't no photos of that right now, B.
Yo, I rock with the members only, and we all had Jordache, but the Das Boots, fam, the
Dog,
tie-up joints.
dog. They
Come
might have
on,
been
man.
some dingoes or some joints like that, yo.
We appreciate the disclosure, though, fam.
Man.
Yeah.
But that's
You still was fresh with the Jordache and the members
No
only
doubt.
jacket. Only thing that was missing was some kicks, and that, like you said, you had no control over what you had on. Full disclosure, you got a disclaimer for that in the past.
man. But yeah, man, Grandmaster Flash, salute for y'all for holding down hip hop.
Salute to Flash.
But you was wrong as hell in this particular photo. So now let's go to the next photo of Ultramatic MCs here, man. And shout out to Ultramatic keeping
Ooh.
it street. You know what I'm saying? Because Grandmaster Flash would have had us. They would have had us looking like me going to the Jacksons in '84.
To the left.
Jordache and hard bottoms and stuff on. Look at this photo here, Lord, and just check out these boys. If you look at their feet wear, my man got Sauconys or spot belts on. He got the other cat got on a pair of Adidas. I don't know what model Adidas those are that he's got on. And then your other man, he got a pair of Nikes on. And the cat in the back with the Kango looking like a straight B-boy, he got New Balance on. He got Worthies on, yo.
Yo, Fro, what year? What do you think? What time frame is this like for this particular photo?
I'm gonna say this one right here. I'm gonna say about 84, 85.
Yeah, no doubt. This is what I wanted to look like. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't have the means to get to where I wanted to be when it came to, man, these dudes is like when you go outside when you a kid and you see the dudes outside in the corner, you know what I mean? And this is what they was wearing, and you had your Garanimal shirt on. And
So,
right? looking like a herb, getting mushed in the head and shit. Nigga, get the fuck from going corner.
So let me ask you, Josie, on that note, when was it that you realized that how old were you when you realized that you needed to get fresh?
Man, I could honestly say
that's a good question.
He done froze from the
that's a perfect question. I could honestly say that I ain't get fresh until I start making a way for myself. That I was stuck. Like, it's a rapper that talk about going in the basement at the department store to the Husky section. So I definitely was stuck in the Husky section down in M&A's, the JC Penney's, getting the, you know what I mean, the larger wares and not really being able to get the fresh ones. So, you know, I'm not rocking the Lees or the Levi's. I'm not bringing nothing to the table that I'm gonna get noticed about in no positive light. It's all just barely there. You know what I mean? I got something on, but it's barely fresh enough not to get ribbed on. But once I start making my own dough, then I start spending a little dough on myself. So I would say freshman year, man. 15-ish.
Okay, so that's when you realized you say you was 15 when you realized you had to get fresh?
Man, I ain't had no choice, yeah, because I'm not going to school to get ribbed on. I'm gonna be fighting every day. This is not gonna be a positive thing. We got to do something about this shit right now.
So, Lord, when was it when you realized that you had to get fresh, Lord?
Yo, I was in 6th grade, fam. You know what I'm saying? I was
Right?
in 6th grade because I was like, yo, how is these dudes out here fresher than me? Like, why I can't be fresh too? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mom, why they got this and I don't?
Come on, man. I had to go to my dad, like, yo, my wardrobe is horrible. I'm running around here looking like a child. And you know, you look up to the 7th and 8th graders. You know what I mean? These dudes got on shell toe Adidas. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Shout out to the single moms too. It wasn't no dad. Moms was holding it down by herself. She got me what she could. So I definitely ain't complaining.
Listen, I played both sides of the field, man.
You got to.
Grandmas, uncles, I'm hitting
Aunties, everybody.
I'm pitching. I'm getting my pitch on. Listen, I have to explain to you guys why I'm not fresh. And I blame every one of you.
Right.
I blame each and every one of you.
It's your fault.
Y'all gonna have to chip in.
That's terrible.
I got a reputation out here, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, 6th grade, fam. And by the time 7th and 8th grade came, it was, you know, they was like, yo, we got to make sure P got his, you know, his school clothes right. You know
right.
What I mean? Take him to TJ Maxx. You know what I'm saying? Get him right.
Get him laced up so he ain't got no problems.
Come on, man, because he gonna get in your ear about not being fresh. You know
For sure.
I've been watching my brothers and sisters, you
No
know,
doubt.
do they things. You know what I'm saying? So my brother that's closest to me is 7 years older than me. So I kind of watched him as he would get fresh. You know, I can remember when his freshman year, he went off to school and my mom took us school shopping. And this was the first time we went to the Niagara Falls outlet. So I'm probably 5th grade, maybe.
Yeah.
4th or 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to the outlet, and this was the first time I ever came across Ralph Lauren. We went into the Polo store. So my mom's got my brother 2 shirts. I didn't know what Ralph Lauren was
right
at that particular time. You know, fast forward, how I got to that was Different Strokes, right? Different Strokes came about. What you talking about, Willis? When you saw Arnold and Willis blow through with the Lecoqs.
They are? Oh, man, I hope they tell me I'm in.
Who are the tarantulas?
Only the coolest club around here. If you're not a tarantula, you're just a lowly creep.
Don't worry, Willis. I like you as a lowly creep.
Even at that time, it was Izod. When did it come? Because when did it change from Izod to Lecoqs? Or what did we not know that it was Lecoqs the whole time?
We didn't know. It was pretty much the same company at one point. They was together. But then all we saw was the alligator, and we was official. That's all we cared about, was seeing the gator on there.
So boom. Once you saw the alligator with Willis and Arnold, you're like,
yeah,
that's fresh.
No
you know
doubt.
what I mean? So then you start asking Mon Dukes for that. Can I get one of those alligator shirts?
Right.
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Can I get what I see them dudes wearing?
Right. So I pretty much, my first time of knowing about getting fresh would have been about like that fifth grade. Right. And like I said, I pretty much knew about the fashion from my older brother. A lot of that is where I picked up the fashion sense from.
Shout out to Bam.
Shout out to my brother Bam, man. Now, if you look again at this picture, thank God for Run DMC. Let me just say, because
and the B-boys.
Because this would I don't know where they was going with this, man. I think they was doing a lot of cocaine. Is what
a lot. It's the same type of outfits that Dre and them was wearing with the world-class record crew. They was all on some, I'm gonna wear whatever it is, as long as it's outlandish and to make people look at me. And some of that was just a little crazy, a little nuts.
Not a little, and they was going heavy. Stonewash in the early 80s was crazy.
I think they were confused, like, because they were hip-hop, they didn't know if they were a rock band or not. They didn't know what to, you know what I'm saying? They had
what lane to go in.
What lane?
Tried to fuse all of that stuff.
Yeah, so then you end up with some pink boots on, you know what I'm saying? with your collar up, with the juice from the curls, making your collar turn a different color. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on, man?
And then you examine Melly Mel in this picture. Is like, is he in the Warriors movie? Because he got a belt, a bat, and some other shit. It's like, what is he? Is he ready for Armageddon? What's going on?
I can't try to pick out one person in this photo that you would mimic their gear. Just one.
I would have to say
I can't say none.
None of them is legit. It's none of that. It's none of that. But your man in the middle would look like he got cash money on his jacket.
That's what I was thinking. But his shoes messed it up. Look at his shoes, bro.
Damn. Look like
what the?
It's like he just came out of Morris Day's closet.
Come
and said,
on,
let
man.
me borrow these shoes, Morris, to go with my fit.
Tell Jerome to go get the mirror so he can see himself. Do you see what you're wearing?
And then
you do look like the time a little
Can
bit.
you see yourself?
Yeah.
And then
Go get the mirror, man.
Then your man on the end, I hope you can blow it up, Lord. On your man on the end, he got the fur vest on with a Kango and a name belt that say "Freak" on it.
Yeah,
That says it all.
that looked like some
That tell you
roadkill.
exactly what you're going with.
I mean,
He was
that's-
hanging out with Prince
Yeah.
and a bunch of other folks that really felt like, you know what I mean, they do whatever, whenever. And like you said, it was a lot of cocaine.
It's gotta be.
I'll put my ass in the Furious 5, man, but I'll put that on Prince. Prince wasn't fucking with them, man.
Yo, shout out to the Furious 5.
You know what? I think these cats was dressing like this because they was trying to get into Studio 54 back in them days.
Man, that makes sense.
Right.
Because they couldn't turn the corner looking like that, man.
No.
They couldn't turn the corner. They from the Bronx. They couldn't just turn the corner dressed like that, man.
Juice.
Man.
Well, this was before hip hop was actually defined, so
That's
we
what I'm
can
saying.
say that this was before hip hop found its way and its own style and its own flavor. Because we was definitely lost during this time.
That's what you're going with. I'll ride
That's
with
what I'm
that.
going. That's what I'm going with. We was
Alright.
lost. We hadn't found our way. We were just being birthed, and we was trying to create a new style. And yeah, some mistakes was made. Let's say that.
I'm gonna go with that also, Josie. I like that.
Let me add on to that. A whole lot of cocaine was going on.
For sure.
It must have been pure.
I
too.
second that.
Yeah.
Man, the purest.
But now we're gonna move to the next one, and thank God for the hip hoppers from the streets. Man. We got the break dancers in the nylon Puma suits. Now, Josie, tell me how that made you feel when you saw Lee in B Street and them boys going hard with the Puma suits on in the break dance.
Man, listen, that's still one of my favorite scenes in any movie to this day. The battle cry scene when they in the joint and they put not even in the subway, the joint in the club.
Okay.
Where the song come on and he tap his man and they start walking and the crowd clear and then they meet up line by line and man.
Rock Spockers, Chino, hey, come on. Yo, this B Street, let's serve.
Well, the Bronx Rockers are here, man.
Yo, it's B Street, man. It's B Street.
They gon' battle, man.
get it. You know,
Let's
It
get
was a lot of boy that got saved from a lot of knives and bats and nonsense, being able to put it all out on the floor and give it to boys for
That's
sure. Right,
no doubt.
right.
There's no question. And that look right there, and those nylon sweatsuits is a signature hip-hop
Right.
look.
No doubt.
Right.
Signature. You can rock that joint right to this day. And
You
people-
gotta have a Kango though. You can't rock it without the Kango and the Pumas.
Oh, man, we definitely gonna say salute to the nylon Puma suits, to the breakers, because that time period, that 83, 84 time period with those suits and different things was live as hell. So now we're gonna go to the next one. And the next one is another classic look. And this is from one of the first hip-hop bands that I know of, which is Stetson Sonic. What's your off the top, Josie? What's your favorite Stet song?
Gotta be Sally. Just say it, Josie. We know it's Sally.
Some people like the way.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's my job right there,
So
fam.
for me, with Stetson is go Brooklyn. I gotta go Brooklyn for Stets.
DJs non-stop to the sound of the Brooklyn hip hop. And if you've ever seen Brooklyn rock, rock it non-stop.
You know, during that time period, that was a time period where you and your mans might go to a spot dressed alike with the same denim suit on,
Or a whole crew.
yeah,
Yeah.
The same hoodies on, or you know what I'm saying? That was the era with
That was the air.
No doubt. No
you know what I'm
doubt.
saying? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna move to the next one. Now the next one is Ladies Love. Now Ladies Love got that Lecoq Sportif on right there. That
No
Lecoq
doubt.
Sportif was a hot commodity, like that late 80s, early 90s. That Lecoq
Word.
Sportif with the big rooster on your back. You know what I
Word,
mean?
word. I never could get one of them though. I never could get one of them though, fam.
Yeah, man. I had a couple Lecoq Sportifs. I'm gonna tell you where we used to cop them joints from, though, Lord. We used to get them joints from Runner's Roost on Hurdle.
Oh,
We used to
hurdle.
go over there on Hurdle and get them
Yeah.
joints from Runner's Roost and shit. Those Lecoq
doubt.
Sportifs. You know who
What
else?
though? But that joint, you know what? The kid next to him with the blue Adidas jacket,
Right,
the 4 starter jackets,
right.
them joints was fire.
Wasn't they though?
I could never get one of them joints though, man. You know what I'm saying? I like that though, how he got the red hat on with it. You know what I'm saying? And the A for Adidas is outlined in red. Everybody in this joint.
We talked about Lecoqs and how that and when it came in, and then this next one was another signature look. Chuck D in the starter jacket with the clock on.
Right.
Exactly.
Starter
That was the
jackets.
beginning of the all of the team wear and all of the universities and the any sports team jersey being rocked and coordinated with the colors and the kicks, all that shit. Chuck.
Okay, Josie, feet to the fire. What was your first starter?
First starter.
It broke up. Come again.
First starter was the Bulls, Chicago Bulls. Jordan,
Oh, okay.
Or a red one or a black one?
red one.
P.
My first starter was the Raiders that Chuck got on right now, because I was a Raiders fan. But you
Mhm.
know me, because I had to be fresh. There was a place not too far from my house that did bowling jackets. Like if you won a bowling tournament. So I took my Raiders jacket. I said, yo, I want you to put Raiders on the back of my jacket diagonal, because nobody had it like that.
Look at him
Right.
trying to step his
Yo,
game.
man, listen.
Like the hockey
Come on, man.
boys.
Then I had him stitch. My favorite player was Marcus Allen back then. I had him
Marcus
stitch
Allen.
Marcus Allen on the front, number 32, and D White on the other side. Man, I went to school like, yo, what? I went
Who's
to
killing them?
turning my
And
back on folks so they can see the diagonal. I turned my back on you so you can see my front. Come on, man.
Pardon my back, P.
No doubt.
My grandmother was like, where you going with that jacket, boy?
She knew something was going.
I was
She's
on my
like, that's
BMX
too
too on my way down there. I was on my way down there to get my joint tricked out.
So yeah, man,
I would say my first joint was actually a Bills joint. I take that back. It just wasn't a satin. My first satin was the Bulls,
so
Chicago.
it wasn't no starter jacket if it wasn't satin in the beginning.
Man, it was made by Starter, man. Stop it.
Monkey wrenches all the time, Josie.
Hey, man, I'm just saying they made winter joints too. They made the pullovers. They made all kind of joints with the logos on them.
You infamous. I got a story about you coming up. So,
Yeah. Please do.
You infamous, bro.
Fashion, clothing, and textiles.
Yeah, you infamous. But yeah, my first starter, y'all, was the Hurricane joint. I had when I saw Luke Skywalker's album cover, when they was on the back of the joint, Luke was in a two-door Cherry. This is when Cherokees was first came out. He had the Cherokee on the back of his album, and all them boys had the Hurricane jackets on. I was like,
the green joints.
Exactly.
With the orange hurricanes going across the front.
Yes, sir. That was.
Yeah, he had the whole joint and the hat.
First joint. That was the
Killing Boy.
joint I had was the Hurricane joint.
I think I saw you one day with that joint on at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Probably.
I think I was like, yo.
Probably. You know, but again, that was.
It was a lot of that going on. It's like
it was a Starters was a signature look in the late 80s. You know, starter. If you didn't have no starter jacket, and then they flipped it from the satin to the cotton joints with the hood.
Right, with the hood. Yeah.
When they came with those, everybody was looking to get those as well. So shout to Chuck PE. Also, man, those clocks, you know, boys wanted those clocks like Flav had, you know. Like
Flav.
No doubt.
So, yeah,
and
man,
thought he was that boy too. Anybody had them joints thought they was that boy.
Until the hands fell off it. Because that was the first
or the clock dropped off of this rope.
Either the hands fell off or you dropped it and cracked the face. You know, Chuck and PE and Starters, man, because Starter definitely played a pivotal point.
Huge role. No doubt.
You know, even to this day, boys are still rocking Starters. You know what I'm saying? So now we're gonna go to this next one. But before we go on, I have a video that definitely pinpoints what the 80s flavor was. So I'm gonna go to this video, fellas, and then when we come back, we're gonna react to it.
No doubt.
I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke. Now I slam it when I'm done and make sure it's broke. When I'm gone, no one gets on, cause I won't let nobody press up and mess up the scene I set. I like to stand in the crowd and watch the people wonder, damn. But think about it, then you understand. I'm just an addict, addicted to music. Maybe it's a habit, I gotta use it. Even if it's jazz or the quiet storm, I hook a beat up, convert it into hip-hop form. Write a rhyme and graffiti in every show you see me in. Deep concentration, cause I'm no comedian. Jokers are wild, if you wanna be tame. I treat you like a child and you're gonna be named another enemy, not even a friend of me. Cause you'll get fried in the end when you pretend to be competing. Cause I just put your mind on pause and I complete when you compare my rhyme with yours. I wake you up and as I stare in your face, you seem stunned. Remember me, the one you got your idea from. But soon you start to suffer, the tune will get rougher. When you start to stutter, that's when you had enough of fighting. It'll make you choke, you can't provoke, you can't cope. You should have broke because I ain't no joke. As serious as cancer. Who can keep the average dancer hyper as a heart attack? Nobody smiling, cause you're expressing the rhyme that I'm styling. This is what we all sit down to write. You can't make it, so you take it home, break it and bite. Use pieces and bits of all my hip-hop hits. Get the style down packed, then it's time to switch. Put my tape on pause and add some more to yours. Then you figured you're ready for the neighborhood chores. The EMC, EE, don't even try to be. When you come up to speak, don't even lie to me. You like to exaggerate, dream and imaginate. Then change the rhyme around, that could aggravate me. So when you see me come up, freeze, or you'll be one of those 7 MCs. They think that I'm a new jack, but only if they knew that they who think wrong, if they who can't do that style that I'm doing, they might ruin patterns and paragraphs based on you and your offbeat DJ. If anything he play sound familiar, I'll wait till he say play him. So I'ma have to diss who broke, you can get a smack for this. I ain't no joke.
So yeah, man, I ain't no joke. I ain't no joke. So sums up the 80s era, really, man.
Man, the feeling of that video is so crazy. It take you right back there and to every party you went to that played that jam.
You know what I'm saying? You look at that video, right? Eric B and Rakim with the crazy fila suits on, the fila suits, velour fila suits, the dookie chains, the 4-finger rings. You know what I'm saying? You even see him pull up in the 190 Benz. Back then in 88, 89, you pull up in a 190 Benz.
He was getting everything.
They had the graffiti in the background too. You know what I'm saying? They had
not only
hip hop.
Not only was they in the 190 Benz, but they had it kitted up too. So that put the extra spice on it right there.
Oh.
They pull up on 125th in the 190. I mean,
with the feet on it.
Some of the other things that stood out to you in that video, Josie, is what?
For me, the grittiness and the grime. When they came out, it was more of a grittier, grimier street sound. The visuals of the video emulate that too. You could see all of the grunge and the grime. Like, it wasn't no set. They was really somewhere where it was graffiti. They was really on the street with their camera gear and the nonsense.
Yeah.
It just brings me to a real feel of real hip hop, real lyricism. You know what I'm saying? The DJing with the cutting and scratching. I loved in the video how they had the graffiti in the background. They were in the community. Everybody was having fun. You know what I'm saying? It was a nice atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? It's like they just came and just like, yo, we doing this video right here in the community for everybody. Everybody was there.
Right.
Nice. It was nice. You know, I like the fact that even though Flav was with PE, he in the video, he getting it in. Yo,
he was hitting that. He was hitting it, wasn't he?
He was feeling that joint.
Yeah, no question.
That beat is crazy, and that beat was bananas then. Every time you hear that joint, you remember the first time you heard it, and it made you go nuts, just like Flav be dancing in the joint.
It gives you that feeling, you know. Question, Fro, was that before or during PE? Like with Flav?
It was during PE.
That was during that time.
So
absolutely.
Was in the area, like right.
So with that being said, we're gonna close out on our 80s, and then we're gonna move into the 90s. And for the 90s, as hip hop transitioned to a 10-year time frame or so, it transitioned to a different look. You know, we started to see the medallions, the African medallions and different things of that nature took the place of the gold chains and different things of that nature. In the 90s, they kind of went to
hip hop got conscious.
We went to the consciousness, and we started taking
Poor
off
righteous teachers.
taking off the gold chains and started wearing African medallions. I remember boys would, like, what's my man's name? Just Ice, the original gangster of hip hop, would have a whole neck full of.
Wonderful to see in the atmosphere. Almighty KG at Union Square. Dr. Keith rock on, and my man Shala rock off. BIKRS. Definitely, we would rock, and I can't forget my homeboy Dig Not. It's the truth for an actual fact. For all the pioneers, I'm going way back. Well,
I think that's about far back as we can go.
Say a piece to my man Chila Rock.
Word. Saying peace to my brother Scott LaRock. He's in here.
Scott LaRock, rock on.
Word.
DMX, peace.
No.
And the hat with the joint in the top of it.
Right. Africa at the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's another signature look within the hip hop industry is the Rasta type Kango, which is,
and it wasn't necessarily a thug look, but it definitely was these brothers is organized, and it'll go down if you push it. Cause at the time they was regulating everything. Shout out to Zulu Nation and all of the boys that came up with behind all of the nonsense when consciousness started to come out that pushed forward that message and made sure that those brothers felt comfortable. The X-Clans, the Poor Righteous Teachers, the Tribe Called Quest, all of that, the Jungle Brothers, all of that was ushered in. And they basically let you know, again, we are conscious and we talking about something, but don't get it twisted. Don't approach us with that nonsense or you'll get what you're looking for.
Van Glorious.
Right.
To the east, my brother, to the east, my brother, to the east, my brother, to the east.
Like Chris said, let us begin. What, where, why, or when shall all be explained like instructions to a game.
Right.
That was around that time.
So again, like you said, that was when the consciousness became part of the hip hop culture. You know,
right.
You look at that time, it was a lot of flavor. And when I say flavor, I mean colors, bright, bold colors and different things started to come into play in the hip hop.
And bright, bold speech. Because that was around the time when you get I got a letter from the government the other day. You can't hear that and then go back to being passive.
Right.
Or go back to not knowing.
Right. That's true. That's a jump off period again of the conscious rap, the conscious rap. And again, like I said, you had the De La Soul who had their Daisy Age with
no doubt.
People were running around dressing like hippies to a certain extent. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Tribe Called Quest who had their own style. Then you had Kwame who came in with the polka dots.
The polka dots, right?
The polka dots was a crazy thing, a lane. I mean, Josie, we went to Bennett. It was a group of cats who dressed like Kwame.
Asked about Kwame, hey, they say he is a cool fella. He's always mellow, he's never high, strong spark. When the mic is near him, it's clever, I run smooth. Like Moet, recite just like a poet. Ain't my rhymes flam? Oh man, I know it. Cause when I'm on the mic, wild boys say, oh golly, slip on my tip like the hip on poly grip. I go cameo, be on the Grammy show. I be as sleek as a chic out freak anyhow. In the pantyhose, pumping clothes, yo. My rhymes flam.
That had
all every day.
With that polka dot. You know what I mean? They were heavy with that look, you know. So that was a major look at one point in time in hip hop was the polka dots because Kwame set that on fire.
And at that time in hip hop, there was so much variety of music too. You know what I'm saying? You can go one way or you can go the other. And there were kids that were
I think it's always been just that too, Pete.
Yeah. There were inner city kids that dressed a certain way. Then De La was from the suburbs and they had their own style and they dressed a certain way. But we respected all of it because it was
fly.
They were showing us, and it was their kind of fly, and there was another kind of fly. You know,
it's something about our swag though. Even if we take the Daisy Age or make it hippie, it's gonna be with some swag. Yeah. So when they brought it, it was always still like, yo, I don't necessarily know if I would go buy that on my own, but that look hot on him. Yeah. You know what I mean? I can see how you put that together, or you know what I mean. Next time I go to the store, I'm gonna see how that might look on me. So it definitely made you try and experience different things by seeing different shit on them. And you're right, it was two different ends of the spectrum. Either you was a thug or you was real smooth and about the ladies. And you could tell those two ends on Big Daddy. When he ushered in, he was in jeans with the Band-Aid under his eye and the tank top, and then he went to being the smooth operator.
Rasta type.
Both ends of the spectrum. Yeah.
Tango, tilted to the side, baby. Look at all, right?
That's the look. Yes, sir.
So, you know, we talk about the 90s. So that, again, in the 90s is where we were introduced to the West Coast. And the West Coast came in and they showed us how they were dressing out West with the khakis, the khakis suits, you know.
Khakis and the Converse.
Right. And Lokes and the Chucks. And, you know, that's what we got from Eazy-E, NWA, Dr. Dre, Ren here, and DJ Yellow in this photo here is the basic Cali look, y'all. When you first saw NWA and how they was rocking out in Cali, Josie, what was your thoughts on, you know, how they was rocking out in Cali, what they wears? Not their music, but they fashion.
I think for me, because the first introduction to that shit you really get is Easy E, I thought that shit was hard. Cause when Easy was introduced, it was like you said, that's dope boy swag, but on the West Coast. So he always had the air that he had money and that he had the shit popping with the lowrider and the jeans and the curls with the fitted and all of the matching accessories. Like we talked about the gold chain and the knots and the, you know what I mean? It's really a lot of stuff that we just hadn't seen on this side. They was rocking Dickies. The Truck Tailors was crispy, although it wouldn't be something that we would rock. We respect anything that's neat and fresh. So it was like, okay, I could see how they getting it in over there. And yeah, if I was on that side, you know, when in Rome, I might rock. We respect anything that's neat and fresh. So it was like, okay, I could see how they getting it in over there. And yeah, if I was on that side, you know, when in Rome, I might rock some of that. So I got a pair of Dickies to this day. I don't know if I would do the Chucks, but
I was just gonna say, have you ever went with your West look?
Man, I went with my West look, but I can't do the flat-footed Chucks. Just not cooperating with my feet. No arch.
P, when you first got a load of Straight Outta Compton and them boys and how they was getting down, what was your thoughts?
My first reaction was,
I done flannel shirt with the button at the top.
You probably did do that, Josie. You probably did. And I'm glad I didn't see you with that on.
Exactly. You would have had to disown me.
What would I have did, Fro, if I saw him with the SA joint all the way up to the top?
Debo, man. Turn my back on you. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
When I first saw Easy and in NWA with it gave me a representation of where they were from. I'm like, oh,
right.
This is how they do. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
In my mind, I'm thinking, isn't it hot out there? Like,
right? Why they got on flannels in 90-degree weather?
It must be something cooling about why the gear that they're wearing. You know what I'm saying? It's like either if you don't have clothes on, you're gonna be hot. But if you put certain clothes on, it may cool you down. Plus, it was simple. It was clean. Other than the drip was probably, I can't do the drip.
They ain't call it Cali curl for nothing, Lord.
Oh man.
The way they tell it, the flannel help hide the weapon. Them shit's just big and flowy.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I was a Raiders fan too as a kid, so when they had the Raiders hats on, I'm like, yo, that's kind of fresh. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't like the juice that was coming from underneath the hat. That's just something I couldn't use.
Nah, I definitely couldn't get down with paying that much for the hat and then gooing it up with the Jerry curl juice.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Killing me.
Yeah. So that was definitely new to hip hop. Was in the early '90s when the NWA and the Ice-T's and those guys came blowing in and showed us how they was getting down out west. Because like y'all, when I saw DJ Quick in that triple fat, I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
We have a triple fat goose on in LA.
It's warm.
But as you say, they got the cannon up on the
right. They got they got the 12 gauge down in their pants with the butt of it up under their arm, and they trying to hide it all so you can't see nothing. Meanwhile, they gonna blow the door off something.
That makes sense.
If y'all don't know how we feel about guns, check last episode to see how we feel about the gun culture and what's going on in the gun culture. But yeah, man, that was the early '90s when NWA came in. They came through with the khakis and the Chucks and the Lokes, and a lot of dudes, started getting down like that, and respected them. And we understand that you can't wear certain colors, so it was only so fresh,
right?
In the hood without getting your back, have to worry about getting your back blown out.
No doubt.
Right.
So I understand the blacks and
it puts a target on your back.
Right. I understand.
And unless you walk around with the burner.
I understand. We understand that the blacks and the beiges that they was doing out there. So salute to the West Coast for their fashion sense that they brought over here into the hip hop game. So we're gonna move to the next one, and the next one we got, y'all, we're gonna go into is designer brands. When the designer brands from the hip hop came into play, like P's favorite, Karl Kani. as we see here in this picture of Tupac
Sarcasm.
with the Carl Kanai shirt on, and you gotta remember the jumpsuit or the overalls, as we call them, was a hot look. The first time I met you, Josie, you had on overalls. First time I ever got my
Did he turn his back on me?
He turned his back on you, Lord.
The ill shit is he acting like he ain't never had a pair.
Never
had a pair of overalls.
Never in my life. I ain't no farmer.
I had a pair of Guess overalls. So
right, that my joints was Guess too, with the Timbs.
I had the Guess Ovies on.
I had the Guess overalls and the Guess bucket hat.
So
with the Timbs.
So shout out. So yeah, as we look at this photo, check out the photo again, P. This is 90s fashion here with Tupac with the farmers on and the Carl Kanai. The next picture though is Puff Daddy in the Carl Kanism suit and the Timberlands. Now in the 90s is when Timberlands took over. You know, Timberlands became a signature look in the 90s of hip hop.
Had they concentrated on making them shits more comfortable to wear, they still would have a foothold on hip hop. Which is just hurt your feet.
The thing about Timberland is Timberland was a construction boot that, you know, guys wore and got dirty and just did they work in them. Hip hop made Timberland extremely profitable and much popular than they are. You know what I mean? I remember listening to Chris One, and he was saying how we took Timberland, kept it clean, you know what I mean? And changed it into a hip hop form where Timberland made more money from hip hop than they did
than they ever had. Right.
And then got the nerve to say they don't want us wearing Timberland. We making you bread.
Not only making you bread, but we double or triple your net worth and your income. How dare you act so callous like you don't need our money?
Right, what they need to be saying is, thank you, hip hop,
for
making us uber rich. Because
and what colors do you want next year?
Right. Because without you, we probably wouldn't be around.
You know, and shout
we
out
definitely
to
wouldn't be big as they are.
I'm just not a fan. I would support just because I do support my brothers. I can't support something that I don't feel looks good on me. It just didn't look. I didn't look good. I'm not, you know.
It depends.
I made it attempt.
That purple hoodie in the scroll, like I said, I still would rock to this day. So some of that Carl Kanai was timeless, but a lot of that shit was just him trying to emulate other brands and slapping shit on stuff. And I for me, like he had a lot of things that they still not doing to this day, like the signature plate or the real rugged stitch, or you know, some of the way that the pants was cut so that again they was super baggy and you didn't have to worry about them hugging you in the wrong way, should we say. But I'm telling you, I still think Carl need to come back and give it to him right now. Everybody else doing it.
We got a picture of Biggie that's shown in here with him with that plate shirt on that you're talking about, that signature Carl Kanai metal plate with his right. So question, Josie, did you wear Carl Kanai when it was hot? Did you have Carl Kanai when it was hot?
Absolutely. I had a couple pieces. I had a couple hoodies. I had a couple hats. I always thought the plate was too big and it was too bodacious. It was around the time when we was wearing, everything was a little big. But right now, in this day and age, that same plate stripped down to maybe a fifth of that and put on some nice pieces with the same kind of quality, I think he just was existing in the wrong time. Now it's his time and they would eat it up.
Shout out to, you know, Carl Kanai for having that vision on making his own clothing brand.
He made the lane for all them boys.
There were many others. Maurice Malone. Of course, the biggest.
Shout out to Fubu.
You took the words right out of my mouth, which once
Damon John
was FUBU. All right. Good evening and welcome into the latest episode of Men of a Certain Age. And tonight is a very special episode, y'all. Tonight, we are doing a tribute to our brother, the legend himself, Mr. DJ Shay. So we're going to celebrate his life here tonight and give a tribute to him, listen to some of his great music, tell some stories, some funny stories, and maybe some tears shed. But again, those is going to be tears of joy. You know what I mean? So with me, as always, first and foremost tonight, we have a special guest in the house. Tonight, we have my sister. We have Mrs. Toya Beverly, also known as DJ Shay's little sister. Beverly is in the house with us tonight. Toya, welcome in. We are blessed to have you. How are you tonight?
First of all, you're not going to act like I'm not your little sister, too. So let's start there.
That's right. Excuse me.
Let's not do that.
You're right.
But I'm amazing, and I would not be here if it wasn't y'all. So I love y'all, and let's do it. Let's go.
There you have it. There you have it. And of course, I got two-man team with me. My man, Josie Kid, how you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling nostalgic. I've been listening to all the hits 20 years ago plus, and it's still crispy like it was yesterday. I'm ready to go.
And P Double, how you feeling, my guy?
Peace. How's everybody doing? Hi, Toya. How are you?
I am
great to have you.
Thank you.
All right.
So yeah, man, we're doing this tribute again, as I said, to my brother DJ Shay, man. 3 years ago to today, we lost our brother. It was a very painful day in all of our lives, and we want to. He stays with us all the time, and as today is the day that we lost, and we want to come together and build together and share our stories and tell stories about when we were younger and the crazy things that we did, and listen to all of his hits that he's made throughout these years. So first and foremost, Josie, I want to come to you and you tell me a little bit about how you feeling about today.
So for me, it always fucks with me. I remember when Toya, as a little girl, and her mom moved out of the house on Bissell and got a new apartment. And I got a call. Yo, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I got the whole apartment to myself.
At 53.
I said, listen, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I can't take it here no more. I'm on my way. And I went and got a U-Haul. And we was roommates for years. I grew up literally to be a grown man with that man. And not only are you my sister, Toya, but your whole family adopted me. And I love you all. And for me, this day is sad, but it's also a celebration because I got a lot of him left. And there's so much of him that it fills me up and it motivates me and it pumps me up and it gives me what I need to keep going. And that's enough.
Well, thanks for sharing. And off of that, Josie, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to listen to one of the songs that he's done. I believe this one is Eastside featuring El Camino. So this is with Ricky Hyde, the Black Soprano family. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into this one. And then we're going to come back and we're going to chop it up some more.
Let's go.
It's Ricky. Look, Wall Street, I got the stock on me. I heard it's ops on me. Niggas hating when your stock growing. I'm in the kitchen with the smock and the pots going.
Need some volume.
It's 1/4 to 1/2 cause the block's slowing. I need mine. You keep acting like you not knowing. I can tell you 1000% where you not going. It's a lie when the shop open. You ain't buying stock quoting. All that pump faking, get your top open. I don't talk, I speak shit into existence. I was broke, I was hungry, now I'm sleeping in the kitchen. No, don't never get it twisted. All you gotta do is listen. While I'm closer than a floor seat, I eat and do the dishes. Put a sucker in position, then we put him in his place. It's a hook for a leg, shot a verse for the face. Yeah, I'm quiet as Kawhi until I'm shooting like Kuwait. Course I get all under your skin like I'm Drake, nigga. It's just another summer on the east side. The kids playing, niggas still letting heat fly. You see the smoke from the grill with the smoke from the steel. If it's on and it's on, boy, that smoke shit is real. Because it's just another summer on the east side. The kids playing, niggas still letting heat fly. You see the smoke from the grill with the smoke from the steel. If it's on and it's on, boy, that smoke shit is real. On the east side, I got my name for what I do. On my street side, yeah, I was ganging with my crew. On the east side, blunt smoking, bang on the peace signs. When I'm in my crib, me and my bitch.
Oh yeah, man, that was the Black Soprano Family tune. Ricky Hyde, Al Camino, production by the legendary DJ Shay. And there's one thing I could say about Shay, man. He was a very determined dude. You know what I mean? He knew what he wanted. He knew how he was going to go about trying to get it. P, tell me, when was your first instance of meeting Shay?
My first encounter with Shay was, it's funny that he bring up Bissell. I live right around the corner on Coons. And it was one night I had got home from a basketball practice. I think it was, yeah. And I was walking to my man house and I heard all this like loud, it was a Friday night, it was loud thumping music. I'm like, yo, why can I hear this from a distance? You know what I'm saying? I'm on Coons near McKibben and I can hear the music and I'm following it, and it's the house on Bissell. It was so crowded and the porch was, it was so many people there that I'm like, man, I ain't gonna be able to get up in here, man. Even though I knew Shay, I just knew I wasn't gonna, because I'm a little dude. I couldn't get through the crowd or whatever.
Right.
But I could hear the music. So I just stood out there and just vibed to the music. I knew that was my man on the 1 and 2s. You know what I'm saying? So I knew he wasn't ever coming out the house. But I stood out there with my man, Derek Turner, and we just stood there listening to the music, man.
DJ Shay.
That was my first music encounter with Shay.
Right.
Yo, this dude is extremely talented, man.
Right. Now, Toya, I got to come to you. And my question is this: how was it for you growing up with how can I say this? A street legend as a brother? Because I know when people found out that DJ Shay was your brother, they treated you different, or you got a pass, or she's straight. She DJ Shay's little sister, so she good. You know what I mean? What was it like for you growing up with DJ Shay as your big brother?
So with us being 10, we're roughly 10 years apart. No one knew he was my brother.
Wow.
I had people hitting me up after he passed, and I would like post on social media about him. I never knew that was your brother. Like, unless you were in my immediate circle, like y'all were to him, you didn't know he was my brother. So I'm not DJ Shay's sister. Like, I call him by his middle name. That's Shaitan. That is my brother.
Right.
I don't know Shay like that. I know Shay, but I don't know Shay. So I didn't feed into that hype of DJ Shay. So he's the dude that taught me to cook, how to wash clothes.
Right.
He moved me 2 times between North Carolina and Buffalo. I don't know the DJ Shay part, so it wasn't really growing up as DJ Shay as my brother because I never fed into that part. And a lot of people that know me didn't realize that was my biological brother until either I was an adult or he had passed, honestly. Because I never looked at him like that. It's weird because it's like now I'm sharing this part of him and it's hard for me to balance it because that's not my brother. My brother, but
you know what?
That's your brother outside the house.
You know what, sis? I got a greater respect for you saying that, because if that was my big brother, I would have been using that card. Like, yo, you don't know who my big brother is. He's such and such. I'm in here, but you know that. Hey,
do that because if there comes a party, I'm going with him, so I didn't have to pull the thing out because I'm with him already, so I didn't have to pull it out. But outside of that, I didn't. That was just my brother. That was the dude that taught me how to live. That's who, in my mind. Okay, as soon as you move out, I'm moving out with you. Like I'm about to pull. When you talk about nostalgia, I'm about to pull it out. My plan was when him and Tajma moved out, I'm moving with them. You see what I'm saying? And so then Nez is like, okay, when you and Nez when y'all move out, I'm moving with y'all. Like that was my brother's. The DJ Shay part of it. It was just extra. That wasn't me.
P was talking about music down the street. How was it having all that beat in the house?
Right.
Did that shit ever really just ride?
It was good and bad because I'll be honest, and my husband, he didn't understand it for a minute, and then he got it after a while. Once he got into the fold and got into the family, he understood.
Now you got to show him a picture of them PVs.
I'm so critical when it comes to music and DJ and the transition and the mix. I'm so critical and I feel bad, but because I'm not saying, fuck it. He the greatest. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
When it comes to the mixing and the transitions and all of that, I'm extremely critical because of him.
Because you watched him practice for all them years. You've seen it.
In the basement, in the back hallway, on Bisso, in his bedroom, off the kitchen on Bisso, on Edgar.
Seen it all.
658. Like I'm taking it all the way back. So like he's been doing this. He's been doing this like for as long as I can remember. And it played off and it worked out for him. And the thing is, it then created a monster in me because now I'm extra critical when it comes to DJing and music and
period.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but
you got a good ear. So somebody need to be hiring you for an A&R spot.
Anybody need an A&R?
That's what it is. So what we're gonna do is this, man. We're gonna go to another tune. This one is "The Streets Ain't the Same," featuring Benny the Butcher and Rick Hyde, the Black Soprano family. Let's go with this.
Yeah.
The consequence of supply and demand. Violate the laws,
I can always tell his production, even if I don't see it.
I had some early steps of guidance. Damn, I miss Shay. I was 18 and defiant, but he saw me as a giant. I knew that I would triumph. Never fathomed God. Penny West Conway, I'm next to him. Charles Crosby. As far as this rap syllabus, I feel it's no equivalent. All this shit you talk is frivolous. I'm shining like filament. I base my shit off diligence. It's work ethic and willingness. Until you reach my plateau, you won't understand how real it is.
Hey yo, far as this rap curriculum grinding, with swings the pendulum, adrenaline rush I'm feeling from past legends. I'm a living one, good at rap, couldn't dribble much. 3 years past, got my rhythm up, switched my flow, got my chicken up. Drug dealing took my attention from music. So by age 18, I've been in prison once, on parole by age 21. That's where Shay came to get me from. Where he got me. Cream of the crop in particular, that's where he picked me from. And next Rick was up, so our story sounds similar.
Man, these streets ain't the same. These freaks ain't the same. Taking necessary steps to stay ahead of the game. As long as you know, wherever we go, we gon' pop out 20 deep and we gon' put on the show. Man, these streets ain't the same. These freaks ain't the same. Taking necessary steps to stay ahead of the game. And as long as you know, Wherever we go, we gon' pop out 20 deep and we gon' put on the show. Hey, look, the streets ain't been the same since 10 to talk free. When they see me somewhere to sleep, they start to feel I'm in their reach. And if you think I'm too accessible, I got no problem addressing you. I'm only seen when I choose to be soft. Plus, I love correcting you. I jumped on Apollo jets to flew places that's nowhere next to you. And me is where you ain't on schedule. In these circles, y'all not credible. Trophy case, where the medals go. Won't be easy, Shay said it though. Pop this shit in, your head'll flow. Gon' feel like you ate edibles. Fuck with me, we headed though. A hand gesture, you never know. Since place 2, I ain't never slow. It's rubbing unforgettable. For Shay's sake, I'ma try to be humble, but no promises. I was pissed poor, now they 21 like Thomason. 20 years later, I'm on the same team like you dinosaurs. Bigger BSF, rap for my niggas, we accomplish this. Despite all the accomplishments, the pain's still in my consciousness. I'm still gonna make the profit work regardless of the consequences. These streets ain't the same. These freaks ain't the same. Taking necessary steps to stay ahead of the game. But as long as you know, wherever we go, we gon' pop on 20 deep and we gon' put on the show.
I fuck with Rick. Shout out to Rick High, man. Keep up the good work. We see you, baby.
Yeah, man. Shay and I, we met 8th grade year. And so this is the story of how we look at this, y'all. We got a new person on the set. We got Big Papa on the scene.
Oh, you got
What's going on, big boy? It worked when Josie the kid said that.
Man, you know what it is. We sitting up here, man, chopping it up. We got Toya in the house, Shay baby sister in the house with us. We got Fonnie in the house with us, Papa in the house with us, Toya. So
what's going on?
Man, thanks for joining us.
Hey, baby girl.
Thanks for joining us, Fonz. We certainly do appreciate that, man. And since we
man.
you, and we know you out here in the street, man, so run it down to us, man. When was the first time you got your hands on DJ Shay? When did you and DJ Shay first connect, yo?
Man, me and Shay, and before he actually got connected through Todd, which is my cousin Todd. At the time, with Shay was cool with Shay too. So he introduced me to Shay. I was introduced to DJ. This is when I was even born.
I was. Don't try it.
Yeah. So I was baby in diapers. It was living on Edgar right there. I think Edgar was in Highgate on the corner of that White House.
658.
It might have been the White House.
Tight diapers, Toya? Wow.
Yeah.
I was not in diapers.
Yeah.
I didn't know diapers.
No, Shamir was in diapers. It wasn't even no Dominic yet. Shamir was in diapers.
Now that 658.
Toya might have been
me. But I wasn't in diapers.
Was that you crawling around in diapers then? That was Toya crawling around in diapers then. That was Toya.
Go ahead with your story, fam.
We used to be in the basement making all that noise, and mom be like, yo, you got to turn that shit down, Shay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Man, listen, bro. Shay was the only person. My mom was, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to keep it 100. I wasn't supposed to be at the IPs and all of that. My mom wasn't really with that. So what Shay would have to do is call my mom and tell my mom, look, I needed, Fonnie to hook up the equipment, carry the records, all which that's what I was really doing at that time. That's what I really was doing. You know what I mean? But my mom wouldn't let me go to the IP, bro. She was like, hell no, he ain't going to IP. Then she told Shay, she said, listen, Shay, she called it your time. She said, listen, anything happens to my baby, I'm going to hold your ass accountable for it. And Shay used to be like, Mom, I got him. Don't worry, I got him. But that was the only reason I was in the IPs and all that shit back in the day. Them juice crew parties. I couldn't go to them parties. My mother wasn't going for that. You know what I mean?
You got a permission slip from Shay, huh?
I got a permission slip from Shay. That was the only reason my mom loved him. So she would only let me go if it was on his say. I ain't gonna lie and act like I was out partying, and my mom wasn't going for that shit, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to you. She was strict as hell. She wasn't going for that.
You know what I mean?
Actually, it's a lot of.
But that's how. But what I'm showing you though is how long I've been around him. Like I got stories for days where I can name every neighborhood we've been to.
I want you to give me
from
people
from
talk
Bisso
all the time.
Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. You can ask anybody in their family, including Toya. You can ask Uncle Freddie. You can ask Aunt Freddie. You can ask all of them, yo. I've been around from the beginning, bro.
You have.
From the beginning.
People tell stories about sneaking out the house to go to the parties and what they had to do.
Man, listen.
School party and all of that.
Listen, bro.
It was a lot of bullshit surrounding them parties, boy. I tell you.
It was, man. But man, we come from the ground up, man. I'm gonna just put it to you that way. You know what I mean? We come from the ground up. I can name countless stories. I can name countless losses. There's a lot of stuff that went on behind the scenes nobody really knew about. Josie, less. The immediate people knew about it. You know what I mean? I've been with Shay since Eggert. I went through the whole journey from Eggert on to the day he passed. I've been with him since then. I never missed a beat. Yeah, I might not have been around as much because life is different now. So I might not have been around as much because I work and stuff now. I couldn't be around as much as I used to, but I always was a phone call away if anything he needed. He knew that. You know what I mean?
That's real
shit. Dominic was even born. Dominic wasn't even on the scene. I've been around before Dominic was even born. I could go all the way from Swinburne to Linwood to Bisso. You name it. I got a story for it. You know what I mean?
Now you really going in.
Then I got the first 1200s. Shay got the first 1200s from Uncle Tyrone. And at the time, he was staying with Uncle Tyrone. This is when Uncle Tyrone was staying off Bailey right there. We used to have a turntable set up in the living room.
That's Uncle Greg.
And don't forget,
Uncle Ty.
Uncle Greg, that is right. My bad. No. That's Uncle Greg. My bad.
Hi.
No, Toy said it was Ty.
That's Tyrone, ain't it? I told you, yeah, Tyrone.
But it was on Lark. It was on Lark.
Okay, Lark Street. I went on Lark where Grandma lived down. Wow. No, Grandma lived upstairs. Yep.
Down.
Bisso? Okay.
53.
Bisso? Mom used to be at work. We had the speakers on the porch.
Just for the record, I ain't never told nothing. I've been a vault all the years. Be clear. I ain't told nothing. I've been a vault all my life.
We know you a steel wall.
And I have been. Even to this day.
Yeah.
I ain't told nothing I've seen.
Yes.
I've never confirmed anything.
And she has seen a lot.
Liquor bottles. I've never confirmed nothing.
Hey. Cousin, she has seen a lot too.
So listen, Fon, while we got you on the line, man, I got a piece. I was up home in 2016, and whenever I went home, we had a session. You know, he would get on the wheels.
I gotta cut the light on so I can see.
And just do his thing, and I would just pick beats for him to put on. Yo, throw this on, get loose to this. You know what I'm saying? This is 2016. This was the last time. This was the last time we were Ace Deuce doing it. Here we go.
Okay. I had to pull over. I got to pull over. I got to stop and talk. I'm sorry. I can't hear you. When I was riding. I can't hear you, Les. Y'all can hear me, I can't hear you.
I need bullets, hurry up, run. The lowlife broke like this dope machine gun. He went outside when there was cops all over. Then he dipped into a car, a stolen Nova. Left the lot doing 83. Crashes with me.
Now, Fonz, before you came on, I was going to tell the story of how Shay and I first met. Now, let me just say this. Shay was my best friend. We met 8th grade year. So his last name is Robinson and my last name is Renfro. So
Fineville, your mute on.
So as we in the auditorium, because we new to the school, so we're in the auditorium where all the new kids are. So they call my name first because my last name is Renfro. So I'm walking up the aisle, going up to my homeroom, and Shay is sitting on the outside row. It's Shay sitting here, it's Toya in the middle, and then there's Dukes on the side. Now Toya, she's going to town on her fingers. She got her fingers.
First of all, shut up. Unnecessary.
I've been there. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, Les.
This how small she was. She
exactly
sucking her 2 fingers. Am I lying though? She's sucking her 2.
Okay.
So she's sucking her 2 fingers. So as I'm walking up the aisle, I'm looking, you casing and looking what's going on. Everybody knew. So you looking. So I see Shay. So the first thing I notice is this dude got 2 pairs of gloves on with the fingers cut out of him. What the hell do we have these gloves on for? Is he like bleed from or some shit?
Yo, you stupid. Like,
yo, he had these gloves on and the fingers was cut out of him. So I'm like, I don't know what's up with dog, but he got these gloves on and shit. So I go to class, go to homeroom. So make a long story short, after school, it's just again, because we was the new dudes, we gravitated towards one another. You know what I'm saying? And he explained to me why he had the gloves on. Because he was a DJ. In the 8th grade, I had never met a DJ before.
Man, facts.
I didn't know what the DJ outfit was. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So that was my introduction to my boy, to my dude.
Man.
DJ. And at this time he was DJ Devil D. Was his name.
Oh, I didn't know that.
DJ Double D was his name. Not only that, now He was b-boy. He was more b-boy than I was. I ain't gonna front.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I was
okay.
b-boy. He was more b-boy. He had like Sergio Valentes and you know shit like that.
The latest shit. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he had a tail. He had a tail in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But he was the new dude, and I was the new dude, and I had a love for the music. And he was like, I'm a DJ. I DJ at arena. At this point in time, I wasn't even going to a arena yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Whoa. Yeah.
I wasn't even going to arena yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is 8th grade, like first day of school outside. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, go ahead.
Hey, Les, let me ask you a question. We live, right? Like the world can see this, right?
No, this is not.
We ain't put live? Okay. Let me ask you a question. Tell me who's the original Juice Crew members.
You don't want me to get into that?
Yes, I do, because not this year, maybe a couple years ago. It wasn't a conflict. Remember when we threw the Juice Crew reunion?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A couple of people was salty because they felt like they should have been mentioned because they was the original Juice Crew members. Now I'm gonna tell you the truth. I didn't know that, so I apologize if I was wrong. But I want to know right now who was the original Juice Crew members, because it wasn't that many of y'all.
So original Ice, as we gonna call it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be me,
Ice,
Shay, Banks, Jim, Josie, Haas, Cal, Mike, Vern, Ski, and Shaft. So it was
I apologize because I apologize because Mike felt a certain way, and so did. Fuck was the other kid name? I forgot his name. He used to be around us all the time too.
Am I wrong on that, Josie?
No. If he talking about Mike,
because I thought it was Les, Josie, Jim, Cal, Sweets,
Birdie. I forgot Birdie.
Hold on.
Birdie. Sweet wasn't original.
See, that's my bad. That's why I'm telling you. See, I got it. It wasn't that I was leaving them out. It was that I didn't know that part of the history. So I want to apologize. So when this do air and they do see it, I'm apologize for that, because my originals was the guys that I was around. So that was my originals. So I apologize for that. You know what I mean? But I needed that to be cleared up. Now let's get back to Cousin Shay.
That clarification.
Yeah, I need that clear. I needed that cleared up.
Yeah, like I was saying, that was my introduction to Cuz. It was 8th grade year.
Okay.
And that after 8th grade year, we was inseparable till 3 years ago today. You know what I mean? It wasn't like it was when we was kids, but whenever we got on the horn, we was locked in. You know what I'm saying? And I miss him like the day is long. You know what I'm saying? It is not a day that goes by. It's not.
Man, I think about him, and I hear his voice, and I hear all the time. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, and I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of motherfuckers act like they was, it's day one and day this and day. That's false, man. That's false. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's false. If you can't name 7, 8 people out of his family, immediate family, if you ain't never been around his mothers, his uncles, and none of that, you not the immediate family. You can't possibly say that, niggas. Cause I'm putting it to you like this: if you met him making music, then okay, that was your era with him. We've been in the era way before that.
That's what Toya was talking about, though. She didn't really know Shay. She knew Shaitan. We had
that's what my mother called him. My mother called him Shaitan.
We had a relationship with him as a person before the person.
Bingo.
And that's we all have our own personal relationship with cousin.
It's not
like
away from anybody else's relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's not that at all. Because again, it's bigger than music. You know what I'm saying?
Bingo. I want that to be cleared up, though. I want that to be actually said. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you, Les. I'm on this podcast because that's my man, and I love him to death. And there's nothing in the world that we ain't kind of been through together. But I'm gonna make something clear, and I don't care who the fuck don't like it, bruh. It's a lot of motherfuckers that think they day ones that they're not. It's just period. You're not. You can say whatever you want to say. You met Shay doing dogs, or you met Shay doing music, or whatever the case may be. Shay was doing shit long before then. You know what I mean? And to make it clear, too, a lot of niggas ain't taking nobody's places or none of that. Y'all niggas came around after the motherfucking train was already running. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just make that clear. I'll make that clear. But I do apologize to a couple cats about the JUI situation. I apologize about that. But anything else, I'm really not apologizing for because I really didn't see it that way.
Again, you've been around since we started this shit. You got rights, opinions to say whatever the fuck you want to say.
And believe you me, I say it highly. You know what I mean?
No disrespect to the Johnny come latelys, but again, we was family.
Thank you. That's why I said to him, y'all niggas ain't been around like that. You know what I mean? Y'all came along after the fact. You know what I mean? After the fact, y'all come along when something was going on. And I'm not taking that from y'all either. Y'all got that point to do that. But don't act like y'all more important than his immediate family, because y'all not. And that's just the real. That's just what it is.
And that's your truth. And I'm glad you speaking it. And some people might need to hear your truth.
They do.
Right about now.
This is why I said that. It's a lot of misconceptions going on about what was what. But you can't explain what was what if you wasn't there from day one. And a lot of people weren't there from day one.
Period.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, man. And we here to celebrate our brother, man. You know, and big up and give him his flowers as they should have been given to him.
Because he should have got him when he was alive to really enjoy him. You know what I mean?
No question.
And that's facts.
You know, so what we're gonna do is this, man. We're gonna listen to one more joint, and then we're gonna come back and react to that.
Okay, hey Les, was that joint that did you record that you was here, or did I record that? Because I think I was at the house the same day.
I recorded that on my horn. Word.
Okay. Yeah, I was there the same day, but I ain't got them on this phone. But all of them is on the book. You could have seen them all off the book. I put almost every recording that I did up.
I was just telling him they put a whole lot more of the joints on his personal page. I seen a whole bunch of joints.
We did.
So definitely go check out his page. Y'all want to see and go back through in chronological order DJ Shay life and all the things that he accomplished. All up there for everybody to see. All the awards, all the people he met, all the tracks,
everything, all of that. Yeah, all of that.
Definitely, I will give that. Dom is making sure his page is living on and his legacy is carrying on.
What's the page?
Shout out to Dominic.
The Facebook page is DJ Shay, and we'll put
DJ Shay Robinson. Yeah,
we're gonna put that link so that everybody who wants to check it out can check it out, and if you don't check it out, you just order. So what we're gonna do is
Dom makes sure it's updated all the time. You know what I mean? He makes sure it run like he's still sitting there running it himself. So he makes sure it's updated.
Put my pride to the side like a condiment. I brought water to the well like a conduit. I brought water to the well like a donation to Ghana. After that shit we did with trauma, it's been comma after comma. Ain't no trophies for your earnings, only problem after problem. Roll my stresses up with grabber, finessing through the product. This beat reminded me of Shay. I hope this is something that you're proud of. Whew. Rest in peace. Long live DJ Shay. I turn my alias into multiple revenues. If I ever lose, I swear you know exactly where I'm headed to. My cheapest bag go for 22. Understand my point of view. Back against the wall, what you gonna do? Green thumbs cause of the residue. Green coming on schedule. I got the green light just like Kevin do. Ranks won't ever get you nowhere, don't get ahead of you. Tease with your face on the front of it. You don't want none of this. It's Ricky.
You get that fine bill?
2 men were shot this afternoon near Master Park in Buffalo. One of the victims has died, according to police, just before 4 this afternoon. 2 men were shot on Dodge Street. A 36-year-old man died at the scene. The other, a 21-year-old man, is recovering at ECMC. Anyone with any information is asked to contact.
Yeah, man.
Them
Shay, man.
news reports at the end of the track be sounding
That's
real
my guy, man. I can't say too much more than
Man.
that's my dude. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I talk to him often, daily, and I miss him. As I said earlier, as the day is long, I miss him.
Man, from the mud, bro.
Anything
from the mud, bro.
It's something funny Shay said. Like back in, it was like 96, we was on Lark. We was watching the Tyson Holyfield fight. So I'm pretty sure you was there. Shout out to Inez for being so hospitable, man. She's such a nice girl.
Okay.
They getting into the fight, right? You know what Mike Tyson do? He losing. What I gotta do? I gotta bite this dude's ear. They stop the fight. They stop it to bleed or whatever. You know what I mean? Shay look at me. He say, "Yo, the nigga just got his ear pierced. Let's keep fighting." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, you's a wild dude, man. And he slapped me up. You know what I mean? And it was just every time I went over to their house, they were just so welcoming. You know what I'm saying? Again, Inez is my daughter's godmother too. Inez.
Okay. All right.
They're just
shout out to Nezzy Mo.
loving people. You know what I'm saying? And Shay just was that. He was that dude that didn't seem like he had no enemies because he was just so cool. You know what I'm saying? That was my guy, man.
Yeah.
DJ
Showed a lot of love out here. He showed a lot of love in these streets in all sorts of ways. It wasn't just one way. It was all sorts of ways. So I want that to be definitely
we all used to work together. Me, Les, Josie, and Shay. And I ain't gonna say where, but Shay taught me how to do.
You ain't gotta say where. I know where.
He taught me
you ain't gotta say it. I know.
Yeah. Everything I know, I got it from him.
That's another. Hey, Josie and Les can account for that.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry, cousin. He taught me too. I was there once upon a time too. Not with y'all, but I was there too once upon a time. He taught me everything I know too. I just moved on from. That's all.
Right.
But I was there too.
I will say this, just like Les was talking about with the being ahead of the times with the B-boy shit. He had a lot of experiences that he brought to us that we didn't have. He was ahead of the curve because of the uncles and the family and all the people that surrounded him with love that were trying to show him the way. And he always brought that shit to us and brought us forward with him. So definitely thank you for that, brother.
Bingo.
Shout out to the Brooks family. Uncle Tyrone, Aunt Freddie, Aunt Cassie, Uncle Greg, Uncle Wayne. How can we forget Uncle Wayne?
Man.
Yes.
Uncle Wayne, man. Rest in peace. Never forget Uncle Wayne, man. I'm telling you.
Never forget Uncle Wayne.
Never forget Uncle Wayne, man.
Can't tell his story without Uncle Wayne.
Man,
what?
Oh my God. We gotta have a whole podcast about Wayne the thing.
Hey, Toya.
Extended family. For real.
Let me ask Toya one question real quick, because it's been a long time, and I just want to know if they still doing it. Hey, Toya.
Yeah.
Toya.
Yes.
Is they still doing the family cookouts? Is Aunt Freddie still doing the family cookouts? I'm not gonna say the street, but is they still doing the family cookouts? Because I ain't been to one in a long time. But
we've altered a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, we've altered a little bit, but
okay.
I will tell you this.
I'm trying to bring them back.
If you want
okay,
Aunt Freddie, if you want,
man, listen.
She around. She at every festival, everything that's popping and popping that got people at. You can go get her food, and it's delicious.
Okay.
If you ever see
that's why, like,
out there selling food, go get it.
You see, only a couple of us can talk about them. That type of scenario. You see what I just asked Toya? Ain't too many of us can ask Toya that, and that's facts.
For us to stop by there and be welcome.
That's facts. That's what I'm saying to you. That's facts right there. That's why I brought that up.
Uncle Johnny will be quick to be like, what you here for? No, you gotta go.
Yeah, thank you.
You can't come around here.
Young Josie a fool, but he telling the truth, bro. That's facts. That's facts, bro.
And I just want
Josie the Kid, that's facts.
I want everybody to know the reason why we all going with our orange is because that was Shay's color, was orange. Orange was his color. So we're
my bad. I'm fresh off the workforce. I ain't even made it home yet, but I definitely wasn't missing this.
I see some orange letters in your shirt. You with us?
Yeah. I definitely wasn't missing this though.
Yeah. We appreciate you for checking in, man. We're gonna go ahead before we wrap. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna watch this Conway video, man. Then we're gonna come back, and then we're gonna say peace. Love is love. So I'm gonna go ahead and share the screen, and we're gonna get into this.
And we apologize now for the snot bubble crying. I'm just saying.
Hey, I understand it. Toya. Trust me. I definitely understand it.
I'm about to do. It get me every time.
What's good, Kenny? What's good, fool? Shit, chillin'. You heard what happened to that nigga Mill last night?
Nah, what happened to that nigga?
Heard nigga got shot up on Fillmore, man.
Word.
Hit that nigga like 6 or 7 times. Gangsta.
He gone or he got money?
Shit, I don't really know what's going on with that nigga though. That's not what I came to talk to you about, bro. Let's go with that one.
Right.
Sell with it, man.
There you go. We always laughing, bro. Always playing around, bro. It's all you want to do. Shit, bro. Still fucking with niggas and shit, bro.
Good.
That shit. You got that from me?
It's over there. What's up? Every day.
Man, shit, I just thought I seen them niggas that we did until last week, bro.
Niggas come over here if they want to, nigga. I'm gonna dump that shit
out,
out, nigga.
But I'm out, man. I'm about to go smoke with Chuck the Father.
I bet
I
I'm
love, bro. So much pain in my heart.
Look, started from the bottom. We was just trying to get to the top. I love
my niggas.
We all we got. Think about my son. First dude I got cool with when we moved on the block. This was back when the man he had first got shot. It's my motherfucking dog. Went to the same school. Used to dip out of class to link up in the hall. Sneaking to buy weed. Now we posted up at the Chinese store. Nobody will buy us a cigar. Then we evolved to breaking in houses and stealing cars. This was when I started getting raw with the bars. Went from taking niggas' joints at the bus stop to packing 38s and jumping gates after we bust shots. A young wild adolescence, packing the Western. Country mic front of me some work, I'm a package and sell it. Sitting on the band on steps writing. Recited for my nigga, he was hyping. Like, Brody, I promise you the nicest. All through the city, every neighborhood we ran. He be like, who wanna battle? Got whatever on my man, came to the hoes. You know who this is, bitch. This the GOAT. And don't jump on my dick after we blow. Fucking the same hoes, sharing the same clothes. Going half on the sub of the month. That was my role. Used to go to Spoon Studio.
flow. He pulled up in the fiend rental. I said I couldn't go. Stay here. He said I'm coming back. It might be late. 2 hours later, heard he crashed in a high-speed chase. That took my motherfucking heart from me. Yeah. But as long as I live, you always gonna be a part of me. Try to smoke away the pain, I couldn't shake it. I wish my nigga was here to see that this boy made it. I know God got a purpose. Music saved my life. If I wasn't recording, I would have been with him that night.
For my niggas that ain't make it out the struggle when it's real, I keep that 40 on me in the field, cause I know they wanna be me. They wanna be me. That's why I keep my circle small and I'm always standing tall. Guns up with my back against the wall. I can't let no one deceive me. No one, no, I can't let no one. No, I can't let no one. No, I can't let no one. This for my niggas. I'm forever dropping tears. I never forgot about you through the years. You see me, aren't you see me? No, I was that you could see me. I know that you could see me. And I remember we was broken, we was always on the road. And we could make it with a song. And they don't believe me. And they don't want to leave me.
Shay, I miss you, my nigga. I never let him forget you, my nigga. I'm rapping these words now, crying tears in this tissue, my nigga. This shit got me hurting bad. Way worse, this shit worse than bad. The whole city sad, cause you ain't really fully get to reap the benefits of all the work you had put in for 30 years. You was just getting in your work bag. Ricky High would say, shit was starting to get beautiful. While getting dressed for your funeral. And I hope heaven got a studio thinking about all the lives, including mine, that you impacted this music. Bro, you got your flowers while you were still alive. Drunk a bottle with Shamira and Dominic. Out the hospital from them shots I survived. You recorded me and helped me get confidence in my stride. Remember we fell out and had words that resulted in me throwing punches. See you a few weeks later at Jamie's spot. We ain't speak like we ain't know each other. When we close as brothers and life too short to be holy crushes. Hugged it out, now we drinking Remy and rolling Dutchess. I just wish I had a chance to tell my bro I love him. Like a week straight I cried, I'm forever dropping tears. But I know I got an angel in the sky.
Niggas that ain't make it out the struggle when it's real. I keep that 40 on me in the field, cause I know they wanna be me. No, they wanna be me. They wanna be me. That's why I keep my circle small and I'm always standing tall. Guns up with my back against the wall. I can't let no one deceive me. No one, no, I can't let no one. No, I can't let no one. No, I can't let no one. This for my niggas that ain't here. I'm forever dropping tears. I never forgot about you through the years. Man, I want that you could see me. Know that you could see me. No, I was that you could see me. I know that you could see me. And I remember we was broken. We was always on our own. Always knew that we could make it with a song. And they don't want to believe me. Ain't no one. And they don't want to believe me. Ain't no one.
Believe me. Yeah.
Wow.
You gotta love me. Fucking greatest, nigga. I'm a legend. We made it, nigga. I remember they used to hate on me. I remember they used to think I wasn't gonna be nothing. Look how it turned out. Yeah. All this pain in my heart. Forever dropping tears for my niggas. Yeah. Green-eyed bandit, Rockwilder. From king to a god, nigga. Drum work, Griselda. I'm a fucking boss, nigga. We did it. Machine gun, we did it.
Well, my first thing would be, I would tell you these boys are straight hip hop. Like I come from the old school era of hip hop. Even though I'm a little older than them, and they come from that era as well, as far as knowing the essence of hip hop. But I see with their talent, and if you never heard them, I'm gonna tell you that they're gonna take you on a different ride. One side is gonna put you in a mind state of let me see, how could I describe it? his uniqueness and his he gonna have you flashy and looking good, and then the Conway's gonna come with the type of lyrics that the world needs. I don't want to compare them to nobody because if you ask me, they're compared to the best. They probably say that they compare West Side to like the Raekwons in that era. Yeah, you may say that, but I look beyond that because I've been listening to these boys just as long as I've been listening to them. So I wouldn't make that comparison. I would say great music. And Conway, if you a lyricist or if you enjoy lyrics, I put him in a heavyweight category. There's only a few people that I will put in the heavyweight category. And like in my top 5, my boys is in that, in the real top 5. My hoes and the, you know what I mean, and the classic Rock Hymns and the Eric B's. These boys is on that level in this era right now. So that's what I would say. Like you like real hip hop and you into real hip hop. These is the go-to guys for that. This ain't that old. I don't want to disrespect no type of music because it's all good craft. But if you want that real hip hop,
I remember that.
Nigga
took that shit dead seriously.
Dead serious.
Dead serious.
I'm telling you. Watch them. That video right there is a must-watch video for the world to see.
Turn that shit up.
That's our brother, DJ Shay, Demetrius Shatan Robinson. You know what I'm saying? May he rest in peace, live long and forever. And say about that cat, man. And sitting up to him right there, that he did.
That's what he loved.
He could talk girl out of her panties. He could sell
whatever.
You know what I'm saying? Because he had the gift of gab, man. And that's my boy, man. And I'll ever here in the physical, he would be here in the physical. He would be a part of this, what we got going on right here. And that's the reason why he's over my shoulder. You know what I mean? And he's always going to be with me because he's here and he's here. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to say, Toya, I love you. I don't have to see you every day and talk to you every day for you to know that I love you. And I'm there for you no matter what. My little sister, from you sucking your fingers to being married 18 years.
Unnecessary.
Thank you.
18 years.
I don't know.
I'll be forgetting that. Hey, I'll be forgetting that. Because I'll be still looking at her like little Toya. I'll be forgetting that, Toya. You know what I mean?
And to the followers, if y'all think I'm lying, go watch the Jacksons video from the tour. Toya, as a youngster, is in the video.
Shut up.
And that's on everything. Look, she and her mother.
I got a close up, but you doing too much.
She and her mother are in the Jackson video from the Victory Tour. The tour I was telling y'all had the bullshit outfit in.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I went to that. They was there too. But they got to be in the video. They got to be in the video. Salute. That's how far back we go, sis.
Yes.
Man.
That's how famous she is. Like she said, she ain't DJ Shay sister. She Toya. She got her own Toya. Miss Toya.
Yo.
Yes.
Yo.
I would not have done this if it wasn't y'all. Let's be honest. Like, y'all are my brothers.
I
Y'all
know.
have left.
I know.
Like, honest about
I know.
it. And
I know. That's fact.
We appreciate
like,
you.
it's been on and off all day because of the day that it is. Like, I still remember the call.
That's why
that he was gone. Like, I would have done this if it wasn't y'all. I love y'all and I thank y'all. And it's hard, but I would not want to do this with anybody else but y'all. And I love y'all. So thank y'all.
Man, we appreciate that, Toya. We love you too, baby girl.
That's what's
we love you too, yo.
And I hate that y'all got me on there crying, but whatever.
Man, I'm crying too, and I don't give a damn. DJ Shay forever. Hashtag.
Man, listen.
Speaking of which,
listen, man.
Subscribe, comment, let us know how you feel about the music. I also got a DJ Shay tribute mix that we gonna post the link to in the bio or in the comments. So definitely check that out. Make sure you go through all of the music that he produced. Get familiar with his catalog. Make sure you support his kids. Like, subscribe, and comment on the show and tell us how you feel about the music once you listen to it. Give us your feedback. We want to know.
Before we wrap up, Ronnie, you got anything to say? Anything you want to let the people know?
Nah, man. I'm glad Les you reached out to me. I appreciate it, bro. I definitely appreciate it. I know it's love. Even though I don't talk to you every day, I don't talk to Josie every day. Y'all cats been knowing me from snot-nosed kid. I appreciate the love, you know what I mean? And that's just what it is. You know what I mean? Shay, Toya, I've been, like I said, Toya diapers. So I appreciate the love. That's just simple as that. It's me. It's never, when this is understood, they don't got to be explained.
Exactly.
I mean, that's how
exactly. And I'm not going to tell the story about how we ran down on you, how we got to meet you, Fran. So I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that under my hat. You know what I'm saying?
We keep that one. We say that for a different time. You know what I mean? We say that for a different time.
Double, you got anything to say before we wrap up?
We're not gonna do like these young boys and speak on crimes on camera. That's all.
Nobody say anything about anything illegal. You know what
we're not doing that. Yeah, we definitely not doing that. You know what I mean,
we don't know what you're talking about.
don't know what you're talking
about. Double.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, from Arena to the parties at Turner, you know what I'm saying, to the studio of Park Ridge. You know, it's just, that was my dude. He was like, it's hard for your peer to be a mentor at the same time, but that dude taught me a lot, man. And rest in peace to Shay, man. Forever in my heart, man.
No doubt, no doubt. Toya, before I go ahead, you got anything to say, or you good, baby girl?
I'm good. I love y'all. Thank you. I love y'all. That's all. Y'all what I have left of brothers. So thank you, and I love y'all. That's it.
We love you too.
Love you too, baby girl.
And for me, man, you know, since that day walking up the aisle at School 80 and seeing my boy with the DJ gloves on, man, until 3 years ago, man, that was my guy. We sat and told our dreams to one another as kids, and he lived it. You know what I'm saying? I just wish he could be here now to really
see what he did.
So he can fit, or because he worked so.
I don't care what nobody.
He worked so hard for so long, man, for it to go the way it went when it was just about to take off. You know what I mean? And I love you, man. I love you guys, man, for coming out and spending some time with me.
I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate y'all just taking me in. On some real. Like I said, I want to apologize about the JUI situation one more time because I had it misconstrued.
Stop it.
Man, yeah.
I'm telling you, I did.
You was around
Yeah.
before JUIs. Again, you a general.
Yeah, but
Stop.
Yeah, but my point was, I really was arguing with a couple of people about this. That's why I wanted to. That's why I wanted to straighten it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I was straightening it out. So
a lot of.
I appreciate y'all though.
Shout out to Mike B and Vern.
Got a lot of affiliates, man. That's down with the crew, man, and it's love all the way around. But what we gonna do, man, is in this show like we always do. As long as the love and the trust is there, we gonna grow. And as always, man, DJ Shay forever, man.
Forever, baby.
Forever.
Peace.
Peace. Peace.
One love. Peace, baby. Love y'all.
Love y'all.